has long been known that how we dress affects how people perceive us, and also what we expect and how we express ourselves is greatly influenced by how we dress. Welcome, this is Vogue Talk, the fashion conversation. I am Chinon Sopam, and I have with me in the studio Olivia Ajulu. Thank you for joining me again.
Thanks for having me.
And always, yes, she's a very familiar face on Vogue Talk. And we have a very interesting conversation for you today, and we'll go right straight into that after the break.
Polo, it's my life. Polo is good. Though I just started and I'm still learning the basics. But I hope to be a pro in this game, and God being by my side, I know everything will be fine. I started 4 months ago. I started stick and ball 4 months ago, though I attended the riding course in Pakistan. I've learned the riding basics, but the game of polo 4 months ago, I started stick and ball. Every day we mount on the horse, we pray, and once we come down, as you can see, I was about ending and I fell from the horse. It's a normal thing. In horse riding, if you don't fall, you've not started yet. So you need to train. You can see I'm sweating, I'm eating banana, it's part of it. You must train, you must eat well, and you must learn properly. I've chosen polo to be my own sport, and I've always looked up to people like General Kazir Fire, General MSA Aliu, Colonel Waibello, and General Laka. A few of them, I've looked up to these people. These are great polo players, and they've always encouraged me to play the game of polo.
Welcome back. You're still watching Vogue Talk, the fashion conversation on Viewer Television. Before I went on a break, I was hinting you on a very exciting conversation we had for you today. Like we've always known this, it's always said that you dress how you want to be addressed, right? Sometimes that feels like you're trying to put on a facade, put on what you are not. But greatly we know that, and largely we know that how you dress also affects how you compose or how you comport yourself. And that's why we have different kinds of dressings for different kinds of occasions. And that's what we're going to be discussing today, myself and Nkiru, on a topic we've called enclothed cognition. Right? So let's go to this theory. There was this what I call it a thesis, now a postulation, right? So there were a couple of individuals, I think this was done in America, a couple of individuals were put on sort of an experiment, right? And they were given coats to wear to solve a puzzle, right? To solve a puzzle. And this group of individuals, I think they had averagely the same IQ, were given the same tasks to solve. And some individuals were put in a separate room, and they were told that these lab coats that they were going to wear belonged to a painter, right? And this other group of individuals were told that this coat belonged to medical doctors. And guess what, right? So when those who were wearing the lab coats that they thought were lab coats for painters, didn't really pay so much attention to what was being solved, and they felt like, oh, they couldn't solve this, and they paid little attention to it, right? Meanwhile, those who were told that these lab coats belong to medical doctors solved all the puzzles. They got everything right. And what I didn't mention was that we had 3 groups, and the last group, they were not even told, they were just given lab coats to wear and told to solve a puzzle, and none of them got it. And these are people of averagely the same IQ, right? So what do we think happened here?
I think it's just the mind, how the mind works. The people who thought the lab coats were for the medical doctors already felt elevated just by hearing that
this belongs to medical doctors. Yes. You felt like you could solve anything.
Exactly.
Right?
So it's just something the mind plays on us. It's psychology.
Okay.
Like once you feel that, oh, this is important, like if it's like your brain attaches importance to something when you feel it, when you feel it in a certain position, and that's the way dressing is for us. Like you could wear a dress and you could just be feeling anyhow, like not there, and then you put another dress and you're feeling like on top of the world.
So that means like what we wear greatly affects how our every simple day
Yes.
goes. It affects both our mood, the way we
Exactly.
carry ourselves, because you feel like, okay, today I'm dressed like a superstar and the world is yours, and you just go on strutting your world and conquering your world. Okay, so let's bring this down to our everyday dressing, right? Is it that we should begin to wear things that we like, right? Things that we like, or things that we love, things that we feel comfortable in, or should we dress for an occasion that we're going to? Which should we prioritize? Because these people now, on a normal day, it's not like they would have worn lab coats and be walking on the road, right? But because they had a tax that they were going to do, and it probably required them to wear lab coats, it greatly influenced how they were thinking about what they were going to do. So I don't know if you get where I'm coming from. Like, what should influence how we dress? Is it the occasion or just what we know?
There's a popular saying that dressing will always like elevate your self-confidence or your confidence in general. I feel like when we want to dress, in as much as we are gearing towards going with the team or whatever works around that particular occasion or event you're going for, it's still very important to work around what suits you and your style. Like, remember we talked about style here.
Yeah.
You have to actually find a way to incorporate your style into whatever theme it is you're playing around, so that it just gives you maximum comfort. Because when you're uncomfortable in your dressing, it just plays down your esteem, it plays down your confidence immediately.
Yeah.
And you as a person, the onlookers might feel like, oh, she looks good, but once you're not confident or comfortable with that thing, you keep like, it's just a struggle.
So it's both ways.
Yes.
Okay, so let's bring this down to let's bring it to different how will I call it now? Okay, let's talk about mood. I wake up in the morning and I feel gloomy, right? What should I do? Should I dress the way I feel, or should I dress the way I want to feel? Because I don't think I'm comfortable feeling gloomy, right? So what should I do instead? Should I just, today is just a sad day, let me just wear anything? Or should I consciously try to wear something that will get me out of that mood?
Okay, I feel like there are two types of people. There's someone who's going to wake up feeling gloomy and be like, today I'm not in the mood, I'm gloomy. Just wear
anything.
What goes with
Just
that?
pick anything and wear
that mood. And there's another person who is going to wake up and feel like, I woke up gloomy today, let me throw on some colors to help my mood. So there are two like approaches or responses to such a scenario and all. There's someone who is going to be like, oh, I need something to elevate my mood, and there's someone who is just going to go with the mood.
And just, okay, so let's talk about what I'm trying to do is to just pick different things that we feel that like we can incorporate into our dressings to affect how because what we're seeing now is that fashion greatly affects our psychology.
Yes.
Right? That's the thing. So you can either make of fashion what you want it to create, or you can allow fashion to affect how you behave. Okay, so let's look at colors. I know we've had a conversation of colors a lot of times, and we know that colors are greatly mood setters, even how people would perceive us, right? Yes. So the same thing, I wake up gloomy, right? And I know that yellow has the way it affects me and the people around me. Like, should color be a choice, right? Should color be a factor when you're deciding what to wear depending on how you feel?
Yes, I think color should play a very, very big role in choosing what to wear, especially when you feel a certain way. Because when it comes to colors, there are definitely colors that suit you so well. I mean, you can wake up all gloomy and there's this particular dress, maybe this purple dress that is so good on you, and you find out that when you reach out for that dress to wear it, your mood just changes automatically. You just start feeling so good about yourself, like, because you just put on that clothes. And it's not because you're struggling with self-esteem or anything. No, it doesn't even play with people who have maybe esteem issues. No, it's just it's just the way our brains are wired as humans.
Okay. So this is bringing me to another kind of conversation. I know we've had this talk on picking colors for your skin tone and all of that, right? I know we've had that conversation, and it's still something that we're trying to let people know and people see that, okay, so how do you balance picking colors that suit your skin tone, and let me say probably what you want to impact on your viewers, right? Okay, so let me take for instance, you're going to speak at an event, right, where you have maybe mourners or something like that, but you know that I'm probably not supposed to wear something so loud, and you know that this color doesn't. What should you prioritize in such a place? Is it the psychology or the feeling of the people, or yourself? Because I know it's a case of morals and ethics too is coming in here, but now we're speaking based on fashion now.
Okay.
So
based on fashion, I feel like for the theme of every event you're going for should be like very important to you.
Oh yeah,
it should be important to you. So if you're going for something like a burial, or maybe something that requires money, and we know the code for such events is black. A lot of people will always be on black in such events. And you're probably someone who is not comfortable with wearing black, or you feel like you don't look good in black, or you're a very fashionable person and you always want to like show up that way. It's good to create a balance between what is the theme of the event and what your personal style is, like I said earlier. Maybe balance it. You could actually wear the black and throw in some colors like your shoe, your bag, to just pop, to show that, oh, this is this person, this is just her style, or this is just his style. But meanwhile, you're still maintaining that theme of the event.
Okay,
because it might look very weird when everybody's on black all this,
and because you're paying attention to my skin tone and you just come in yellow. I think that also plays to if you're supposed to go and brighten their mood.
When it comes to colors, it's not a hard or fast rule that you must be on these colors every day. I mean, you can wear any color in the world. You can put on any color. Why we emphasize skin tone and undertone and these colors is for you to show up on your best days looking your best. Yes. Doesn't mean that you don't have to wear. You must stay away from these colors. You can wear them. Like I can wear black if I want to.
If you want to, even if it's not. Okay. So I think the like we said last week, it's basically it's majorly about yourself anyway, right? It's majorly about yourself and all of that. Okay, so based on what we've talked about, we have amazing style tips coming to you right after the break. Welcome back. This is still Vogue Talk, the fashion conversation on viewer television. Before we went on a break, I hinted you on the fact that we are going to be having style tips for you based on ENCLOTHED cognition, right? How to create the psychology of yourself and to play on the psychology of your onlookers, right? On whatever you wear. So well, I'm looking at how this plays in, because everybody does this on, everybody does this and they don't even know, right? Like, it's just like, you know, you're coming to work and you're looking for formals to wear. You know, you're going to travel, you're going on a trip, and you're just looking for sweatpants and all that. Because, so I'm looking like, how does everyday occasion play into this and our comfort too?
Basically, like the rules of fashion, or as they normally say, there are no rules to fashion, but there are still underlying rules though. When it comes to formal dressing, casual dressing, occasion and all that stuff, there are things, there are do's and don'ts.
Okay.
Like when you're going to work, you know that you're sticking strictly to your corporate wears, your simple gown. You're not going to show up to work in a sequin dress.
Yeah.
It's going to look weird. All that kind of thing.
Okay, so let's do a little bit of what to wear, right? Yes. Let's do a little bit of what to wear. So I'm not the staff in the organization right now. I am going to visit somebody who works in a bank. How should I dress?
Okay, you're going to visit someone
who works in a bank. So I'm paying the bank a visit. Maybe I'm not a customer in the bank, but I'm probably going to, okay, let me say I'm going to see the manager of this bank, right? And I'm going to have to walk into his office or her office. It's a formal space. How do I dress?
You want to play in between the corporate and not so corporate look, because you can decide, okay, full corporate because you're walking into a bank, and that is like a full-blown works environment or workspace. So you're going to, that's where you're walking to. They say dress how you want to be addressed. So if you're walking in there, I'm sure you want the people who you're going to meet to take you seriously. So imagine that, oh, because I am not coming here for any bank related issue, I'm just going to see somebody, you just come in with like a jogger and a top. No matter what you have to say, it will take a lot of effort from your side to get their attention.
Because like it or not, it's a serious environment. So why are you coming in slings and all of that?
No matter
right?
how you look, we could leave that for the Mark Zuckerbergs and
co. Yes, because their name precedes them, so they don't have to look a certain way.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't have to look a certain way. Okay, so I'm going for. I know we don't have a lot of those around here. I'm going for a rock concert. Take for instance, and I know that I look so good in formal dressing. I know I look so good wearing corporate. Do I have to, or how do I dress? Or let me even say I really want to even sort of wear the corporate. How do I mix it up, or how do I blend it up?
Well, there are little fashion tips that could help enhance that corporate look, like wearing something and throwing a sneakers on just changes everything.
Yeah.
So it takes you from looking all corporate to like really casual corporate, and you neatly blend into the environment. I mean, it's a rock concert, and you're on your blazers or you're on your pants, and you're wearing sneakers. It just changes the whole.
Yeah.
Look. So little adjustments like this or changes like this just make everything. It's very important to pay attention to the event, especially the theme of the event, wherever you're going to. Like you're going for a bridal shower, you should be looking all girly, feminine.
Yeah, wear the pastel colors and all of
floral
that.
prints. You should be coming out yellow, those things that make you look really girly and all that. And then probably you're going for a job interview. I think we should talk about this a lot, because when people turn up for job interviews, especially now that fashion is tending towards, after the pandemic, there's been a lot of hybrid work, work from home.
Yeah.
So there's been a shift kind of in dressing. And then when you see people turning up to work, we are still stuck in that whole,
I just want to be comfortable. I just want to be.
Nobody is seriously dressed anymore. And then I think it comes with this whole Gen Z thing too. Gen Z have a very unique style.
Yeah.
They have a very amazing unique style that's peculiar to them. So I feel we should talk about turning up to work and job interviews and such. Like dress like you are coming to work, dress like you're coming for a job, dress like you're showing up like your power self, that thing that speaks power. Because for work setting, that is what is required, like your A game. You don't come all relaxed and come all, it just, no matter what in your head, it drops it drops your personality.
Okay, so talking about dressing for interviews, do you think maybe a factory worker should dress the same way that going for an interview, right? A factory worker should dress the same way that someone who is going for a bank job should dress, because it's an interview. So should interview be what influences how you dress, or the role you think you're going to play at work?
I feel like the role you think you're going to play at work. For a factory worker, you already have in your head that this is serious business, you're rolling up your sleeves, you're working. So I think the ideal dress would be for you to come up with a very good chinos. I do not subscribe to jeans to work.
Oh really? But for safety, some okay, you're not on the field. You're not on the field anyway. You're
like
going
a very
for an
good
interview.
chinos will pass for like a very good look. Showing up for a job interview for a factory worker, and then you can wear your shirts, your corporate shirts, and then you look really good.
You look really good. You look the role. You don't have to dress in a suit
you really
and
don't
tie.
have to wear like a
Yeah.
body con kind of fitted dress with your high heels.
Yeah. So it's most important that we know that what we wear is a representation of ourselves and the occasion that we're going to. So it's important that you find balance, right, between creating your self-awareness and the representation of what you're going to stand for, right, for that day. I think we should talk more on this some other time, right?
Yes,
there's a lot. It's inexhaustible, the things we have to talk about based on enclothed cognition and how fashion actually makes us feel. Yeah, we're going to go on a short break, and when we return, we'll be back with our fashion tip for the week. Join us again.
Advertise your products and services on our platform. Viewer Television is here to give your business a boost with a touch of professionalism. If you're a brand owner, entrepreneur, proud business owner, let's place your business in the face of your customers. Contact us so we can talk business on 081-2121-2278 or info@viewertv.com.ng. Always remember, we are here for you.
Welcome back. This is still Vogue Talk, the fashion conversation, and this is our fashion tip of the week segment, and I hand you over to Olivia.
Okay, so today I have this one fashion tip, and it's going to favor like our ladies, especially the corporate chicks who like to wear like really nice gowns and all to work, and everyone in general, because I know that everyone owns like a pair of gown, like corporate gown in their wardrobe.
Yeah.
So to find the perfect hemline, and when I say hemline, I mean like length of your dress or length of your gown that perfectly fits, because there are some situations whereby you buy a dress and you find out that I like the dress, but if it could be shorter, or could it be longer? So to find the perfect hemline of your dress, your first thing you should do will be to take your tape rule, and that's super easy. Measure from your shoulder to your to the length to the ground.
Yeah.
And when you get that measurement, you divide it by 1.618. I know this sounds like math.
Okay. Yeah,
but
actually it's math.
That's like take the measurement of your from your shoulder, that's your shoulder, to down to your toe, that's the tip of your ground. And if you are like someone who is regularly on heels, you can put on your shoe, put on the heels while doing this, so you get a good measurement. That is for those who really or often wear their heels. So when you get that measurement, that's a total measurement head to toe, not shoulder to toe. Then you divide it by 1.618. 1.618.
I hope we're noting that down.
1.618.
1.618.
Yes. And whatever figure you get, you measure that on your body, wherever that stops. So let's say I take my own measurement and it's 25. So I check where 25 is on my body, and that is like my golden hemline. That will fit every time I wear, like that will flatter my body, let me say. That will flatter my body more every time I have to wear like a fitted gown or stuff like that.
Okay.
So that is the start tip I bring your way this week.
All right.
I hope you are able to use it, to fit your dresses and all.
Oh, okay. So you're saying this is the perfect hemline if you're not doing a floor length,
yes,
or if you're not doing a mini or a micro,
especially when the gown is going to just be in between, below your knee and before your ankle. So it's just playing for you to find that perfect length where it stops below your knee and then before your ankle.
So this doesn't have anything to do with your body type.
No,
it doesn't have anything. Any body type, it flows. Wow, that's an amazing tip. Like I never knew that, so I know that our viewers will be putting this to practice. Thank you very much, Olivia. And that's about it for today on Vogue Talk. Until we come your way again next week, remember to look the way you want to be addressed, and look the way you want people to perceive you and how you expect to look. And don't forget to infuse our style, our style and our fashion tip for the week going through this whole week. And on behalf of me and all the crew of Vogue Talk, this is wishing you a wonderful week. And until I come your way again, keep being good, doing good, and look good. Bye-bye.